A startup is, among many things, a marketplace of ideas. It's the magical bazaar where people regularly gather to sell and purchase intellectual effects, conceptual assets, and creative goods. Now, the challenge is giving your team members tools for testing their ideas in the workshop of their mind. Okay, folks, you ready for some startup perspective? Then welcome to Metric Collective. Greetings, friends. Welcome to another episode of the Startup Masterclass. We're here to teach you lessons on managing change, building resilience, driving innovation, and creating leverage. My name is Scott, aka the name tag guy, aka head of content, aka head of content. And on behalf of the whole team at Metric Collective, how you doing? Me? Oh, pretty good, all things considered. How you like my quarantine beard? Anyway, let's kick off today's lesson. It's called Idea Marketplaces. Let's go back to John Milton, the great philosopher. He coined this term several hundred years ago. His philosophy was that a marketplace claimed that truth would emerge from the competition of ideas in a free and transparent public discourse. Best thing that he said was this: ideas will be culled according to both their superiority or inferiority and widespread acceptance among the population. Ooh, baby, that's the kind of company you want to work for. Me too. This is the beauty of startup life. Every employee at the company not only has an opportunity, but a responsibility to make manifest what's inside their heads and use it in service of the customers. Now, those ideas might not be right. They might not be brilliant, but one thing is for sure, it's yours. It reminds me of a speech that my boss gave many years ago on my first day on the job. He said, "Nobody goes to a meeting without an opinion. Opinions are the only thing our clients pay for, so let's have lots of them." Oh man, talk about a permission slip for creativity. Is your business a marketplace of ideas? Is your startup an open door to a whole new world of possibilities? I certainly hope so. I personally have worked for companies on both extremes of the spectrum. So one job I worked was an innovation lab, and creativity ruled the day. Our idea marketplace, it was hopping and popping the minute you walked in the door, and that made it an amazing place to come work every day. Unfortunately, I had another job that was, it's one of those companies where imagination is sort of squashed like a cockroach, one of the really crunchy ones. I tell you, if management wanted your ideas, they gave them to you. Not the most fulfilling. The good news is it's still possible for any startup to create an environment where new ideas are embraced, not feared. You see, marketplaces have existed as long as humans have engaged in trade, so it's in our blood to do this stuff. Let me share with you a practice that's been incredibly helpful for me. Love every idea for 5 minutes. Even if your coworker's idea sounds crazy, even if it makes your stomach churn like a lava lamp, agree ahead of time. You'll allow intellectual effects to be exposed with affirmation. At the very least, you got to remind each other that intellectual goods have a protective place at the office, if you ever make it back to the office. Of course, at the very best, you never know where an idea might lead. After all, an idea is not any good unless it's on the verge of being bad. Startup growth is limited only by the permission of the leaders to trade in the marketplace of ideas and the imagination of the people who understand their potential application. And don't forget the immortal words of Milton, the great philosopher: "Let all with something to say be free to express themselves. The true and sound ideas will survive, and the false and unsound will be vanquished." It's like Kaiser Sose. You never know. Somebody may say something at your office that changes everything. Let me ask you this. Is your company creating the occasion for intellectual goods to be publicly exposed? That wasn't a joke. I need to know your answer to that question. Come on, send me a text message right now, 314-374-3397. Tell me how your company shares ideas. Well, folks, that's going to wrap up today's lesson from the Startup Masterclass. I hope you got some much needed perspective. Thanks so much for joining us here at Metric Collective.